Welcome to Battle Truth and my point of view. Oh, no, you. So I'm not a hater. I can only give you the facts that's written on these papers. And since we have no dealing, therefore the court can care less about your feelings. I'm the Honorable MallikiBaker, your presiding judge, chairman, and spokesperson for the One United Front. You are my witnesses and jury. You may be seated. Court is now in session. Let's talk about it. So, JPrince released a statement concerning Wack 100 on the Larry Hoover situation with the tapes, and the message was very strong. You know, rarely he come out publicly to address situations unless he believes it's necessary to address. One thing we can say about JPrince that we know about when speaking on this behalf, when JPrince is coming out speaking on Larry Hoover's affairs, you have to know that that's coming straight from Larry Hoover. So it don't matter what Wack 100 says. It don't matter what he feels. It don't matter what he says. JPrince is serving as a representative of the Larry Hoover and his family. He's not going to speak on his own accord concerning any affairs of Larry Hoover. You have to know he know that man personally. He is in direct contact with that man. That man called him personally. They have a real relationship. So anything that JPrince is saying involving this situation is coming straight from Larry himself. He's not going to just say something and speak on something he don't know about that he didn't okay to say, that he didn't get the okay to say. So we're going to listen to what JPrince said concerning Wack 100 in this footage of Larry Hoover. Hold on a second. Let me get this up so we can play this, so y'all can hear this and see what's going on, because it's getting deep. It's getting real deep. Okay? So we're going to play the audio of this, JPrince breaking it down. So let's check it out and let's listen to it. Okay, so let's listen to it. Make sure I did this right. Let's break this down, y'all, like we do here. So let's check this out.
It's no secret that I, along with the Hoover family, lawyers, and friends, are fighting hard for Larry Hoover's freedom that the First Step Act law says he deserves.
Okay, so according to JPrince, he, along with the Hoover family and lawyers, are have this campaign going on where they are trying to get Larry Hoover free from prison.
Meanwhile, this dude Wack and Karen Chapman has taken a position to work against the Hoover family by trying to monetize off his name and withhold footage that could contribute to his freedom.
Okay, now right there. So JPrince is alleging that Wack 100 and his woman Karen is trying to capitalize financially off Larry Hoover's name and his likeness, holding footage that can play a valuable part in his freedom. This statement that JPrince is bringing out is very crucial, very damaging, pertaining to the allegation that's being said pertaining to Wack 100. Now, I heard Wack on Clubhouse talking about Larry agreed because they couldn't interview him unless he agreed. Yes, Larry may have agreed to the interview, but you're not going to show a contract that he's saying he got with the woman Karen, showing that he received any monetization, any money in any type of way. And for a lot of people who don't know what's going on, who don't know, because see, I'm from Chicago, I understand what's going on, okay? I used to be a part of this gang also, so I know what's going on. Hoover been trying to get free from prison for a long time, for decades, okay? So apparently this interview he did with this woman that he agreed to do this interview with may have had information in there that he wanted the public to know, to get out, that it can help him in his release. Now remember, this footage go back alleging to 1998, okay? And that was before we had the internet. It wasn't no internet, it wasn't no social media, it wasn't that stuff like that. So no doubt Hoover may have agreed and signed off for the interview, but in this day and age, where that's now is valuable and can be of value, this is what they're trying to do, that JPrince is saying. They taking that footage and now trying to capitalize off of it. You know, just like 50 Cent got the Big Meechlin files and he's doing now Black Mafia Family on Stars. So this is what he's talking about, JPrince. Like, yeah, you got the footage, but this man didn't receive no money for that footage and stuff you got on him. This was just an interview he did on behalf of trying to get set free in 1998 that you now trying to do some personal movie rights or documentary to, like the BMF thing, to try to get paid off him by some bogus contract, allegedly saying, oh, he signed off on this. I signed off to do an interview in 1998, not for you to take it and try to make it out of movies and books and whatever you were trying to do with it. This is what JPrince is alleging right now.
Contribute to his freedom. So if it's one thing that's contribute to his freedom, name and withhold footage that trying to monetize off his name and withhold footage, trying to monetize off his name and withhold footage that could contribute to his freedom. So if it's one thing this Wack dude is telling the truth about, is that I don't fuck with him. When I was in LA talking to this lying ass nigga, never once did he take the position he was partners in the theft of the Hoover families like he's doing on that rehearsed conversation with them clowns. Now, what he is not telling the truth about is why.
Okay, now notice JPrince is saying the theft of the Hoover family. Remember, JPrince is not speaking on something that he is not getting directly from them. He basically is like family to them. So anything JPrince is saying, this is coming from up top, period. So it don't matter, again, what Wack 100 say. It don't matter what the Karen say. Y'all got footage and stuff on this man, and this man ain't received no monies and stuff from Karen them. It's like Wack say, I got the contract. You got the agreement, or you got a contract literally saying he did this interview and received this much money. You don't have that. But he's speaking and saying it as though he got a real contract that Hoover signed off on. But I know people will try to say, well, an agreement is a contract. not in a way that he's presenting it, like we know a contract to be, where you receive something in return of financial value in exchange. I doubted that happened. Because at the time, again, Larry did this interview that is 3 hours of footage that they alleging they have. He was doing this to get his freedom. He wanted his story to be told so that he may be free and released from prison. Not in this day and age now where everything is a movie and a video. And you can drop it and get paid YouTube money, TikTok money, Instagram money, Twitter money. And that's what you're seeing happening right now. But this is how you know that they can't do what they really want with that footage. You know, that footage would have been released. That footage would have been released. Know that they can't really release it because they don't have the rights to release it. They don't have the right to really release it. And they know they're going to be in trouble. The man never received no money for it. Hold on.
So listen up. There's a woman by the name of Karen Chapman that was entrusted by the Hoover family to interview Larry Hoover with the understanding of bringing the interview back to the family. She decided to run off with the interview, and a fake fraud contract claiming Larry Hoover signed all his rights away for nothing.
Right, you heard what he said? Signed all his rights away for nothing. In other words, what monies did he receive? Since you're saying it's a contract, and you're saying we got the contract, he signed off on it. Showing the contracts how much money he received. Because I guarantee you he didn't receive no money. Not going back to 1998 when there wasn't no social media at all. Not going back to 1998. I doubt it. The interview was for his freedom and not for her to use it today to try to get paid off of it when he received no money. So of course, now of course they would want his stuff about him. It's his. Then according to Wack, JPrince allegedly offered the woman $20,000 for the footage. Okay, there go her payment. That's a lot of money. But she want to keep it so she can do something else with it to get paid off of it. Okay, that's your service. You recorded this man's documentary, take the $20,000, give the people their footage. But she wanted so she can do more to it. She trying to get a big deal off of it now in this day era. And now they trying to work out something with them, like saying like, oh, okay, we got this. We'll cut y'all in on the deal. No, you're not cutting me in on nothing. I'll cut you in on something if I decide to. If I decide to, I will cut you in on something. You ain't cutting me in on nothing.
Larry Hoover is far from being a dummy. So for Wack and Karen to claiming Larry Hoover signed all his rights away for nothing, and a fake fraud contract claiming Larry Hoover signed all his rights away for nothing.
And this what makes this so dangerous, what JPrince is saying. You got to understand who Larry Hoover is. Larry Hoover is the leader of one of the biggest gangs in the United States. They're in every part of the United States. There is not a state on the map they not at or located in. And he is their leader. He is their chairman. He is their chief. He their king. He their leader. They're in every state. So when JPrince is literally saying that they trying to rob him and play him, this is a fire that you won't even be able to put out unless you hand over that man material. That's how dangerous this now gets. And you got to understand what that really means. See, this ain't like the stuff that like Wack be trying to say. This is entirely different. Let me just give y'all an example of how powerful and strong this is. Remember what I said. There's not a state on the United States map where there's not GDs at. But there is no Bloods and Crips at all in Chicago. They don't have an area, they don't have a block, they don't have a territory at all in Chicago. And it always been that way. And it's that way for a reason. It was always that way. It's that way for a reason. I say that to show just how powerful these organizations are. And what Jay is saying that Wacknam is trying to do against their leader is very, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. That's how come this stuff right here has now gone beyond patching up to some degree off this statement right here, unless they humble themselves, hand over the footage, because the money is not worth the consequences that's going to happen as a result of this. It's not worth it. I'm just keeping it real. It's not worth it. Get that man his stuff, man. Take the $20,000, lady. Try to look, if you want some more money, try to negotiate a little bit more money, but at the end results, man, you better get them people their stuff, man. It ain't even worth it. That's more than enough to get paid for going to do an interview with this man. You can't say, well, his stuff is worth a lot of money and I got it. You can't rob that man like that. You can't take that man's stuff like that. Let's steal him. You already benefit from it. You already capitalized off of it. Get the little money. Get your credits that you deserve. Get them people back that man's stuff. And that's what he meant by Larry Hoover is far from being dumb. Like, I'm not finna let you make movies and books and all this off my name just because I agreed to do an interview back in 1998 and you trying to take it to get a movie deal. You trying to take it to get a Netflix deal. You trying to take it to get an HBO cable deal. You trying to take it to get, no. And then say you're going to look out for me and give me a cut. No, I'll give you a cut.
The interview and a fake fraud interview back to the family. She decided to run off with the interview and a fake fraud contract claiming Larry Hoover signed all his rights away for nothing.
See that? That Larry Hoover signed all his rights away for nothing. I guarantee you Wack is not going to produce any contract showing that Larry Hoover received any money from that interview. Any at all. So when he say, I got the contract, you have an agreement that he agreed to an interview for his freedom. That he was doing just so that it could help him be free from prison. So come on now.
Larry Hoover is far from being a dummy. So for Wack and Karen to be taking a position on disrespecting the Hoover family by attempting to sell Larry Hoover likeness without the family permission is a mistake.
See, that's what I'm saying. See, this statement right here is dangerous. It's dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. The streets gonna respect what JPrince saying. Those see, I don't know. Wack know about LA politics. He don't know about Chicago gang politics and stuff and how that really goes. He don't really understand that. You get what I'm saying? He don't. Like, I ain't gonna even say nothing, man. I just know it ain't good. And I know what JPrince is saying right now. The streets are going to listen. The mob is going to listen. This stuff is really, 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 man, it's actually sad. You think about this stuff. This is sad, man. Like this internet is terrible, 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 man. I'm talking about, man, the vanity, the pride, the arrogance. How we as black people are just conditioned to just hate one another, to always try to look to get over on one another. This is crazy, man. This ain't gonna end good at all.
Is far from being a dummy. So for Wack bringing the interview back to the family, she decided to run off with the interview and a fake fraud contract claiming Larry Hoover signed all his rights away for nothing. Larry Hoover is far from being a dummy. So for Wack and Karen to be taking a position on disrespecting the Hoover family by attempting to sell Larry Hoover likeness without the family permission is a mistake for whomever considering buying it. I've been around a long time, and I know when someone is trying to set me up with police conversations. So I won't lip wrestle with you cake-ass niggas on Clubhouse.
Okay, so right there, he also said, I've been around for a long time. I'm not gonna be lip boxing with you on Clubhouse. I understand when people trying to set me up on police conversations. And here's another thing, y'all can bet the feds is definitely listening. The feds are definitely listening. They are investigating these situations right now as we speak. Make no mistake about it. Just like all the bloggers are covering it, the feds is covering it. The FBI is definitely covering this, looking into the private lives of everybody that's involved. Another reason why I'm saying, Wack, you better be careful, bro, because the feds definitely got you on their radar, man. Your name keep coming up in so many different scandals and extortions, bro. It's all over the internet. There's no doubt. I don't doubt not one bit that the feds ain't got you under investigation right now. I just know this from actually being taken down myself.
But I tell you what, I don't know if you were violated on the block or what, but all that snake jealousy and hate shit you have in your heart, niggas, bring that shit to Dr. Prince, and I'm going to cure you of that disease. Let me say this to the homies in LA and around the world. All money is not good money.
See, right there. It's not, especially in a situation like this, man. I don't even get it, man. Like, why they trying to come up off that man's name, his image? That man don't want y'all putting out stuff on him and things like that, and you know you ain't did accurate, good business with him, man. Get that man his stuff. JPrince ain't speaking on his own accord. That's coming from up top. What JPrince is saying is coming from up top. That's coming from Hoover himself, who he talked to. Hoover called that man on the phone. So if he's saying that, he getting it directly from him. Get that man his footage, man. Get that man his stuff. Why make this stuff? You see the hearts of men. You see how wicked and evil men could be. You'd rather sacrifice your family, your team, and everything for something that don't even belong to you. Something that don't even belong to you. Something you ain't even got nothing to do with. You chose to become a part of something you got nothing to do with just because you think you can make some money off of it yourself. So what? You finna challenge the GD organization now too? Come on, dog. You have no idea, man. This is what I'm saying. Like, you don't see Satan hand on you. You don't see Satan trying to really do you in and send you straight to hell, bro. If you were to get killed right now today, your life didn't mean nothing. You're going straight to hell. You ain't right with God. You don't walk with Jesus Christ. You don't believe in him. Because I know that because you can't be a part of a gang and accept Jesus Christ at the same time. Sorry, it don't work that way. It don't work that way. The Bible is clear. You either love me or you hate me. You cannot serve two masters. I will not play second to nobody, and I will not join myself to other gods. That's what the Bible says. So you can't do them both. You see all that stuff, that sound good, but you get whacked and murdered out here, you going straight to hell. It don't matter. Well, they gonna remember me. Ain't nobody gonna remember you. They gonna say you went out like a fool. And it's the love of money that's the root to all evil, the love of it. You love it that much that you're willing to sacrifice your life, your homies, your family, for something that has nothing to do with you, for something that don't even belong to you. Man, get them people their footage, man. Get them people their footage and stay up out of that mess. That has nothing to do with you at all. And then you thinking, no, this just between me and JPrince. What? This is the biggest gang organization in the United States. What are you talking about? Wait, that's where your mind at? You really believe that? You really believe that? Come on, bro, man. That stuff ain't even worth it, man. You say you rich. You say you rich. You say you got money. You say you ain't hurting for nothing. Man, let this stuff go. Step back. Get up out of this stuff. Step back. Get up out of this stuff. Do not let them people put batteries in your back and jumper cables on you to make you jump out the window headlong without even paying attention to what you're doing, bro. That's terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. That being said, it's your boy Bible Truth. It ain't my judgment, that's a question. It's yours. Hit the link in the description box. Subscribe to Bible